Welcome back to We Remember, a special edition of Morning Live, and we are continuing our conversation with another Argyll. This is Master Corporal Naysa Van Abbema. And what brought you into military service? You don't really have a family history.
No family history. However, I wanted to do something new. I wanted to do something more, and I found that my life was missing something. So I figured I want to invest into something bigger than myself. So the military seemed to be a good option for me, and it's turned out to be the right choice.
Yeah, 6.5 years. So you're a Master Corporal now. What does a Master Corporal do?
So basically, Master Corporal is the first level of supervisor and management. Our primary responsibility is developing subordinates in the second in command position in an 8 to 10 man team. We can also take on a position of a section commander as well, which basically means that we're commanding a section of 8 to 10 people, as well as, like I said earlier, second in command. So working either as the first or second up to bat for those teams.
Mm-hmm. And then the management skills that you get out of that, taking it into your everyday life.
Yes, for sure. Very transferable.
Right. You also recently served in Latvia.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So I was part of the Force Protection Platoon in Latvia. Force Protection's role is essentially to provide security for whatever the commander requires. So in this case, we were Force Protection for Combat Service and Support, which is the rearward, basically the logistics portion of the military that pushes supplies up to the front. And that's what I did primarily. So a lot of security for convoys, security, perimeter security, that kind of thing. Pretty mobile, pretty flexible.
And how long were you deployed there for?
We were there for about 6 months.
Mm-hmm. And then when you come back?
When did I come back?
Yeah.
I came back at the end of May.
Okay.
Yeah.
End of May this year. And what was it like dealing with the people there?
So I didn't have a lot of interaction with the public. I did have a little bit when I went on to Riga, and from what I experienced talking to them is, so basically they have a lot of history there, a lot of very heavy history. There's a lot of generations there that still remember what it's like to be under Soviet rule. So it was pretty cool experience to be exposed to that tone and that polarity from what we have here in Canada. Mm-hmm. Certainly makes me grateful for what we have in Canada, and the Latvians for sure want to maintain their independence, and
right.
That's kind of why we're there. So.
And I can imagine it's a huge learning experience culturally too when you're there. Unfortunately, we didn't have a lot of opportunity to integrate into the culture. However, no, but even knowing like what their history is and understanding that history.
For sure. Yeah, we went to a few museums there that kind of gave us a bit of a fuller picture of what it looked like for them in World War II, leading up to the 1990s. So. Mm-hmm. It's definitely a lot there.
Right. I wanted to ask you, people hear the term reservists. You have a full-time job, a day job. Mm-hmm. What's a week like, a normal week at home like with the reserves? Yeah,
so typically if you're Class A, which is the level that people join as reservists, that's going to look like 1 day a week, 1 weeknight a week to be more specific, and a week and a month commitment for training. And then in the summer times, you have the opportunity to train full-time and go on longer duration training exercises. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty standard for reservists. And
do you sign up for deployments, or are they kind of given to you?
So it's meriting based in the reserves. And yeah, like in the reserve side, you sign up for it. In the Reg Force side, typically your company will go.
Okay.
But in the reserves, we supplement and augment the Reg Force, so we get selected based on our merit, and then we go and serve alongside with our Reg Force counterparts.
Okay, Naysa, thank you very much for sharing your story, and thank you for your service, your continued service.